Hi, this is Tom from Tom Game Reviews, back again for another Call of Duty gameplay. Gameplay taken from Liberation, kind of a follow-on from my last video talking about commanding positions. I'll show you now what I meant by commanding positions, hopefully in great detail for you so you can understand it better. Now, on Liberation, a great commanding position on Team Deathmatch seems to be the same on Domination is the West Bridge, the Westerly Bridge, and the rocks just to the left side of the bridge. The Easterly Bridge I've never actually managed to do fantastic gameplay on, and I know the gameplay that I'm showing today is not fantastic, but it illustrates it reasonably well. So, moving on. A commanding position, as I said in my last video, is somewhere that is not too small to be considered a camping position, and not too large to be not too large so you can't control it. And also, a commanding position is somewhere where you can't be overrun, and that you can control easily without having to overstretch the distance you travel. It must also be somewhere that is relatively central to the enemy's runway, path, however you put it. On Liberation, that seems to be this spot right here. And my usual class when I'm going for command position will always include a claymore, an assault rifle, or a very good SMG. Sometimes a sniper rifle. If I'm quick scoping, yes, a sniper rifle can be very, very effective for commanding position. But usually I will stick to an SMG, a good SMG. I can't emphasize that enough. Or the or a good assault rifle. Actually, any of the assault rifles do it well. Apart from the G36, I cannot stand that weapon. I've never been able to work well with it, so I can't give it a good crit. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about Black Ops. Now, in Black Ops 2, they are bringing back some of the classes. I don't mean classes. I'm talking about the kill streaks that they had in Black Ops. The one that I noticed the most, and I had a bit of grief over, was the dogs. The bloody hounds of holy hell have returned to Black Ops 2. The only thing those things were good for was ruining a good KD. I've been on for a great KD, and those bloody dogs will just come along, and they've killed me 3 times in a row. And I can't stand the fact they brought them back. It's a stupid move in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's certainly how I felt about it. They're overpowered and should not return. But they are here nonetheless. Of course, we have UAVs have returned. Of course, that's always been a stalwart of the Call of Duty series recently. And you have the gunship. You also have what seems to be a ray shield, which you hold up, and it blinds and disorientates the enemy. That looks very good. Actually, I'm just going through random things that are coming to Black Ops 2. The unfortunate thing, or actually no, well, I would love it to be there, but it's not going to be in the multiplayer, is that lovely sniper rifle which you can take enemies out through walls. I can't see that being in the multiplayer. I just can't. Even though I would love it to be in the multiplayer, but I just can't see that happening. Anyway, I don't know how you guys will see that, but I feel pretty gutted that it probably won't be there. But if it is, hey ho. But I think that'll be a very lucky day. And of course you have things like attack helicopters, you have sentry guns. Basically, what we have returning to Black Ops 2 is much of a muchness. It's the same in Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and Modern Warfare 3. They're all much of a muchness. The kill streaks are only a few that actually stand out from the rest. The dogs mainly being that one. I'm not. Excuse me. I'm just getting over a bit of a cold here. I can't stand the dogs. I really, really cannot stress that enough. But in any case, everything is much of a muchness in the gameplay. I'm looking forward to doing the weaponry and doing my reviews on that. And what I'll be doing is I'll be telling you what's most effective in the in gameplay and what sort of gameplays we'll be using them in, whether in a commanding position, camping position, running and gunning, sniping. I will be going for as many gameplay formulas as I can, or I can think of, or what people will generally use. I know there'll be many people who do not agree with the way you play, so I'll be playing most of them, so I won't be able to upset anyone. A, and B, I'll be able to give a more in-depth report on the best classes, guns, and accessories to arm yourself with for your confrontations. I'll even do reviews on the maps to show you even what best classes, best guns to use on the maps. I found on Modern Warfare 3 more than any other map that some guns are better suited to certain maps, like on some of the maps, an SMG is more suitable. An SMG and shotgun and an assault rifle is better off on certain maps. For longer distance maps, I found that excuse me, on Modern Warfare 3, it seems like SMGs like the MP7 are just as good as assault rifles, and I haven't noticed much of a difference in the gameplays. But I'm sure, I hope that will change in Modern Warfare 3, because not Modern Warfare 3, in Black Ops 2, because I think that things like SMGs, if indeed they are including things like SMGs, because remember this is futuristic gameplay, and they might just have a whole array of guns and not distinguish them as SMGs or assault rifles or anything like that. But I hope that the SMGs have less power than what they have already, because I think things like the MP7 are completely overpowered. They're as good as an ACR, an M4A1, and most of the assault rifles, most of the more accurate and powerful assault rifles they are as good as, which is not a good thing at all, because the MP7 can then be used as a multi-purpose weapon, which can be quite infuriating. Although I love it and it's one of my favourite guns in the gameplay, I can see why it should not be, or should be, taken down a few notches in the power department. Maybe I'll put a gameplay up of me using it and being quite effective with it. But we shall see. We shall see very soon. I'm looking forward to seeing the sniping aspects of Black Ops 2, because it seems, or looks as if, quickscoping has returned. If so, I am very happy about that, because quickscoping is one of my little fancies on here. I seriously enjoy quickscoping. I'm one of those who even enjoys quickscoping on Black Ops. I still go on there a fair amount today, and or these days I should say, and quickscope on there. It's just hellish good fun. I know that the guns aren't particularly good on there for quickscoping, but even so, it increases the fun aspect for it. On Modern Warfare 3, the sniping is fantastic. It seriously is, but I don't know. It seems very German. It seems a bit too precise. Like everyone can do it. It doesn't take that much to do. Where on Modern Warfare 2, it was you had to be very good to really get the best out of the sniper rifle in any scenario. Where in Modern Warfare 3, there's not very much to it, and things like no scoping and quick scoping, even hard scoping, it's so much easier. I think if anything, it needs to be toned down a fair amount and made harder. I'm not saying it should be as hard as Black Ops, but I think Modern Warfare 2-esque gameplay is needed for the sniper rifle. At least in my opinion it is. It'll also increase the fun aspect for the gameplays. I mean, overall I think gameplay on these games now is a little bit too easy. When someone can go out every day and collect a Moab with 100 KD, I know it comes down to a lot of what they consider command positions and that sort of thing in the way you play the game, but I think it's a little bit too easy to do that sort of thing. And also, most of the people who do those things aren't actually going for the objectives in the game. They'll go in a domination gameplay, return with 100 kills, but they could end up losing because they don't go for positions, which which in a way I can't understand, because I think if you play the game, you should be going for what the gameplay is. If you're doing team deathmatch, well, yeah, you're going for kills, but if you're going for domination, you're also going for suppression as well as collecting positions. But mostly making sure that you can control those positions. And that is all we have time for. I will continue conversations in gameplays that are coming up very soon, and I hope this has been informative to some of you and just good. But I'll see you very soon, and don't forget to like, favourite, subscribe, comment, and good night. I'll see you very soon. Bye.